everybody. Thanks for being here. It is Saturday morning, and this is a surprise. I did not plan this, but it is a glorious day. Happy Halloween. Changed the color to red in order to have a little bit more fun with the lights today. It's Halloween. Do you celebrate Halloween? Are you going out trick or treating? Most people would consider me a fuddy duddy because I don't do that anymore. We lock the doors, close the lights, hide inside. So, who's here? Let me know if you're here. Always love to know who's here, what's happening in your world. Let me know, please. Always excited to talk to you. It's often the highlight of my day when I get online and help people. It's also sometimes a struggle. And so sometimes you just have to do it. One of the things that I like to tell people about, Brendan Burchard, I was in one of his classes, if you've ever seen Brendan Burchard. And one of the things he talked about doing is called extemporaneous speaking. And I actually practiced doing that for quite a while. And I think it really has helped me. So if you do Facebook Lives, if you go online doing this kind of stuff, do something like an extempor yeah, okay. It's one of those days. Extemporaneous speaking. What I used to do, what he talked about doing was just like 5 minutes. Pick a topic, speak for 5 minutes as if you had somebody listening. No interruptions, no conversation back and forth, just you talking about that topic. And it really helps because it helps you get to the point where you can stand up and talk if you need to. So, what am I working on? What are you working on? Who's there? Anybody there? I haven't seen any comments yet. Happy to tell you about what I'm working on because it's nerve wracking and scary and fun at the same time. And why this camera is low today? Let me do that. I have launched a challenge, and it's aimed at people who do challenges. Over the last year and a half, I have been developing a process by which those business people, those entrepreneurs, those people who want to help others, typically you would be selling a product of some kind that maybe is a service-oriented product. Maybe you're a coach. Now it's too high. I am doing a challenge for challengers. I call it the Make Your Challenge Go Viral Challenge. If I could have worked in another challenge word in there, I might have made it a little bit more fun. But starting Monday, I'm going to be teaching how that you can grow your challenge and make it go viral. Now, first thing we have to talk about is what is the definition of viral? A lot of people think that means millions of views on something, but typically most of us are just happy for a few more views than we would have gotten before. And of course, theoretically, it's going to grow. Once you start doing it, it will continue to grow. In the case of my, pardon me, my challenge that I'm running, starting Monday, I currently have 61 people signed up, and 21 of those people came to me as referrals. So one of the things that I will be teaching is how to get referrals. Now, how do I know how to do that? What's my skill set? I've been running viral contests for the last 6 years. And I teach people how to do viral contests. Again, using the word viral. Maybe you want to call them referral contests. Maybe you want to talk about how a portion of the leads that come in came as referrals. Now, in my definition, viral means that somebody told somebody else about it because they thought it was fun, cool, exciting, whatever the reason was for telling them. So they're referring to others. So what happens when that happens? What happens when that happens? I'll say that again. When that happens, a piece of the authority of the person doing the referral goes along with it, right? So one of the joys of doing referrals slash virals slash marketing is that you are getting people that know, like, and trust you or believe in what your offer is to nudge their friend and go, hey, you really ought to go try this out. This is pretty cool. And that happens a lot in traditional marketing. And what we try to do in our campaigns, our contests, our lead magnets, all the stuff that I'm doing and teaching people how to do, is to encourage people to share and to refer others. And so that's the hard part. It's not easy. I mean, if you start looking at stats of people that do contests and giveaways and all that kind of stuff. Hi, Robin. Robin's here. Welcome. And I just got to notice that there's a new version of the software that I'm using. And no, I don't want to update, install right when I'm doing a Facebook Live. Yikes. But so now I've gotten distracted. In running these campaigns, what we're asking people to do is to refer others. And as I said, it's hard, it's difficult. As Robin knows, because Robin pops in periodically on my lives, he knows that one of the struggles that anybody has in doing their marketing is getting people to share. And that's kind of what my superpower is. That's what I'm going to be teaching in the Make Your Challenge Go Viral Challenge, which starts on Monday. And it's hard. It really is hard. And even in my best campaigns, typically I can get 30 to 35% of the people to actually share. What most people don't get, even though they buy tools to make that happen, is getting people to share because they don't understand the process. They don't understand how difficult it is. And the marketing from those tools makes it seem like, oh, this is easy. I just push a button and it's going to go viral. And it doesn't. And then they get disappointed, right? I want to show you, for example, where to go. There it is. I have this campaign. Let me turn off Robin. Sorry, Robin. I'm doing very well, thank you, by the way. That's not the image that I was going to share. Well, fudgesicles. Let's see. I know I have it. Hold on a second. It's this one. This is the one I really wanted to share. And let me hide the other one. And let me make this one bigger. So in this image, one of my mastermind students launched his campaign. And you see on the left-hand side of this, and I keep thinking you can see my cursor, but you can't. On the left-hand side of this, let me move something out of the way. On October 18th, it got a lot of, yeah, Robin, sorry, you know. On the 18th, he launched his campaign. He got a lot of traffic coming in the front, and it dwindles off. Now, in this chart, you also see that the direct leads are the light green, and the referred leads are the teal green, or the darker green. And as it tails off, he's still getting referrals. Now, if you consider a traditional campaign, whether this is a challenge or a marketing campaign or a contest, most people would only be getting the leads coming in green because they're doing Facebook marketing or whatever. And the skill set that I have is to show people, not convince them, but show them how to do the darker green spots. And again, I'm moving my mouse. You can't see my mouse because of the way I'm displaying this image. So the darker green stuff that's on this chart are leads that are referred leads, and those are very hard to get in reality, and most people don't know that they can get them. And so what I'm showing people is how to get this additional boost. Now, what happened on the 28th out here on the far right side? Well, we had our Movers Mastermind meeting on the 27th, and we talked about how to get more leads. So he sent an email to his list, and boom, he got another hit of traffic coming in. And notice the dark green segment where he was getting, on the 29th, it was almost 1-to-1. He got almost as many leads, or maybe slightly more, referred leads as direct leads. Now, what that means is he's doing a great job of getting people to nudge their friends and say, you really ought to come over and try this. And again, if you think about it, it's kind of hard to do that. So anyway, long story, but that's what I'm doing, is teaching people how to do that specific activity. All of those are new leads coming into his campaign, new people joining his business. They know, like, and trust him because somebody else has said, hey, you ought to come see this. And that's something that you can do as well. So let me give you a little peek of the campaign itself, and if I push these buttons and make it work properly, and why it switched cameras on me, I don't know. There we go. I was just looking at this. This is a Facebook thing I shared on my timeline from Dave Gambrill, who's a really good marketer. Inside this image is a ghost somewhere. I'll give you a few seconds to look for it. It's on my timeline. It's kind of fun. It took me longer to see the ghost than I thought it would. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, that's not why we're here. So I am going to switch Windows over to this one. This one. That's not it. Why does it say that? That's the wrong image. That's the wrong page. Where's my other window? That's got the wrong title to it. There you go. That's so weird. Why did it do that? Anyway, this is the landing page for the challenge. This is all done in my favorite tool. You got 2 days to register before the challenge starts. Click on the button down here. I had a little feedback that my button was hard to see, and so I added that animated GIF just to see how well that would change conversions. And we're going to be giving away prizes, and there's 2 contests in the campaign, and I'm really excited to be doing this. It is a learning experience for me and for you. And so if you want to know more, you can go over to the link that is in the description. Hopefully I put it in the description. I thought I put it in the description. But I am adding it to the comments right now if you're interested in finding out more about that, how to grow your business. Now, I will give you one caveat, and I mentioned it here on the page. Please note, I'm not going to be teaching how to build a challenge. It's okay if you've never run one, as long as you understand the concepts of running a challenge. Because what I'm doing is going to teach you how to accelerate the growth of your challenge by bringing in referred traffic. And therefore, I'm sort of expecting you already know how to do a challenge. So that's what I'm working on this weekend, is putting finishing touches on doing that. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to chat with you about that. I don't think you've signed up yet, Robin, but maybe you're not doing challenges in your business, and that's okay. I do have plenty of other things going on, which is part of the frustration for me, is trying to work in client work plus do something like this. And if you've never, if it's kind of interesting because I've run lots of contests and lead magnet campaigns for clients and for myself. But I've run several challenges for other clients, but I've never done one for myself. So it's a little bit actually harder than you think it is. Setting up the first one is a bit more of a challenge than I expected it. See the pun there? So, Robin, I don't know. Anybody else is here? Nobody else has commented. I know there's gobs of people here. So, if you have any questions, the challenge is starting Monday on the 2nd. It does say 9 a.m. here. Actually, I had just noticed that I'm going to be trying to do 8 a.m. I have a conflict on Tuesdays at 9 a.m., so I'm going to have to squeeze in Tuesday's challenge lesson in an hour or less, or I'm going to have to move it or do something. So I just recognized that I have to change that time. Any questions? So that's in 2 hours. Is that right? 2 days. See, that time's not right, is it? That countdown is not correct. Why is that? Oh, well, there's also daylight savings time that kicks in, so maybe that has something to do with it, but it's still, that 17 minutes isn't right. What if I refresh the page? Does the timer change? Ah, it does. So the timer's imperfect, isn't it? Robin says, I am still not convinced. Last time was 10,000 leads, but no buyers. Well, that's okay. You don't have to be convinced. You can go about your business. I have no idea what you did in your challenge or your contest. The idea with running any kind of marketing is that you need to target it to the right people. They were just going for the big prize. We've talked about this before, Robin, I know. And my opinion is that possibly, and without going into a whole lot of detail, it's, why is it switching cameras? Without diving into your campaign and trying to figure it out, my suspicion is that you had the wrong offer. I have gobs of examples of people that did great results. The Bunky campaign, for example, that's on the Viral site in their case studies page. The last campaign that he did, he brought in 103,000 leads and over $800,000 in sales. It does happen. It does work. What you did specifically wrong in your case, I don't know. My other friend Gabe Schillinger, who's getting ready to run another campaign, he brought in 40,000 leads and $200,000 in sales. It's all about crafting the offer correctly. And by the way, both of those gentlemen, I'm using them as big time examples, but both of those gentlemen built multiple campaigns. It was not their most recent campaign was their biggest success, but they didn't do so well in the first couple of campaigns. You got to build on your results from the first one. Will you hit a home run the first time? Probably not. If it doesn't work, then you need to potentially do the right thing and craft your offer properly. Robin says, I am a bit scared because of Facebook closing many accounts with sharing things, etc. And yes, I did think I had the wrong offer. I mean, I can't. My very first contest, I was running a photography forum, and I gave away an iPad. Now, I thought in my head the iPad was a great thing because people could share photos and, hand it to grandma and blah, blah, blah. Well, people only cared about the iPad. They weren't targeted towards my photography business. I learned a lesson. I had the wrong offer. I know one company, a good friend of mine, Kyle, that ran for a video tripod business, ran a contest to give away a trip to Iceland. He got 100,000 leads, he said. It's the wrong offer. It's not about the total number of leads. It's the wrong offer. I don't care how many you get. Those people aren't going to buy because it's the wrong freaking offer. Part of what we do, Robin, is that we run within the rules of Facebook. I can't guarantee that a campaign that you run won't run afoul of Facebook. I actually ran afoul of Facebook this week and was banned for 24 hours because of something I said. I don't necessarily trust Facebook either. But that's also one of the reasons why I don't do Facebook ads. I am currently trying to build everything pretty much organically or to use different traffic sources than Facebook. I know everybody says Facebook ads are great, but I don't know how to do Facebook ads. I don't necessarily want to learn how to do Facebook ads, and I don't want to get my account banned. But I understand your fear, the fear of them just yanking away your business, which is why you got to be building your list in the first place. So, unless you're using banned words, Robin says no ads at all. I mean, the challenge that I'm doing right now, this is the first time I'm going through the challenge. I have done 0 ads. I don't intend to do ads. I've only got 61 leads right now, and the challenge starts on Monday. Almost said Tuesday. And it's my first one, so I'm just trying to get the process down. I'm trying to be able to serve people. I'm not expecting $100,000 in sales, because what I have learned is that the first time you do something, not to try to make it the biggest, best offer ever. Now, I know lots of tricks. I know I've done challenges before for clients. So I know shouldn't say some of the tricks. I know ways of bringing in traffic. I know ways of building the list. But I'm not putting all of those into play yet because I want to go through the process. I want to see if I can generate some sales for my course on the back end. My course doesn't exist yet, so I want sort of beta traffic, and I want to be able to control things. I don't want it to go crazy. Hello, Ian. Nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. So I am not like most people that try to get 100,000 leads out of their first campaign. I know that's not realistic, and I want to go slowly. Now, would I like to have 200, 300 leads join me on this campaign? Sure. But I'm not going to push it. And eventually, what I may do is get one of my friends who's a Facebook ads person to help me craft some ads for the next challenge or the challenge after that. I'm not in a huge hurry. I obviously want to make money, I got to feed my family, etc. But I also don't want to create this campaign and have it be an utter failure and defeat myself and feel badly about it and you not want to do it again. It's a learning. But what do you sell on your own leads? Well, in what I'm trying to do in my business, Robin, is to get people into my mastermind. What the ultimate goal is right now is to sell them some of the little things, the little training courses that I have. But my ultimate goal is to get people into my mastermind because that's where I believe I can do the most service. The people that are in my mastermind are having success. For example, that one that I just was showing you. I don't remember which one it was. This one. This gentleman has an e-commerce business, and all of these additional dark green leads are referred leads. And in his first two campaigns, he's added 1,200 people on both campaigns. So he's at 2,400 leads that he's pardon me, added. And after his first campaign, his current one ended last night, so I don't know what the stats are on that yet. I mean, it was at 1,200 leads yesterday at noon. But his first campaign, he brought in 1,200 leads. He had $700 in prizes, and he had $2,400 in sales. So he considered that a success. I do too. In that particular campaign, he had, for every lead that came in on the front end, that those leads brought in, let me rephrase it, for every lead that came in on the front end, he had 3.3 leads coming out of those people, which was astounding. Robin asks, are people willing to share on Facebook? Actually, Robin, I'm not going to give away all my secrets because I want you in on the course or in on my mastermind. But no, Facebook sharing is not where the vast majority of the leads are coming from. It's part of the functionality of the tool, but that's not where the majority of the leads are coming from. Those referral leads, for example. I'm just contemplating how else to answer the question without just giving you everything. And I appreciate you showing up and asking questions. Do not get me wrong. I also just heard my daughter's home from college, and she's coming to vote early here in Missouri. Hopefully she gets it done because I think they close at 1 o'clock today, which I think is crazy, but that's a whole other topic. The key to all of this, Robin, still is that A, we're bringing in targeted traffic, people who are interested in the products you sell, whatever products or services, and B, we're getting the people that join you to refer others. That's the key. Can you share on Instagram? No. Well, yes and no. You know, Instagram has rules. Most of the tools can't do that. Most tools cannot share into Instagram, and that's an Instagram setup issue. It has nothing to do with the tools. It's Instagram. And Instagram doesn't let you post a link on a post. Am I going to vote? Actually, I already voted, and my vote's already been registered. I voted early. So my wife and I, actually, my oldest daughter, her vote is already counted. My vote and my wife's vote are counted, and my youngest daughter is hopefully getting hers done today, if there's time. And yes, I encourage people to vote. Oh, she's at the back door. I just heard her going by the outside door. So there you go. If you have any questions, quickly let me know if you got a question. Ian, how's it going with you? Still people here. Happy to answer questions if you have any. The link to the challenge is in the post, I think, and it's in the comments, hopefully. You can go to you can go to challenge.viraltrafficguy, that's me. See, I got that new logo in the lower left corner. And .com at the end. viraltrafficguy.com. So let me know if you have any questions really fast. I know there's people here, but I want to go see my daughter. If you guys don't have any questions, say hi. Yes? No? Anybody? All right. Well, you can ask questions. Would love to see you in the challenge if you're interested. If you're running challenges in your business. Otherwise, I will serve you by showing you how to do viral traffic generation, whether it's by contests or challenges or lead magnets or webinars or whatever. That little bump on that chart, the top part of the chart. Ian asks, where do people go once they sign up to your contest, and how do we keep them engaged? Well, that's entirely what I teach. And you saw the chart, by the way, that I showed a second ago, right? Let me put it back up. Notice that they were not being engaged in the middle of that process. And so what he did was he sent out an update with a free add-on to the campaign on the 28th. So there are all kinds of different ways that we have of trying to keep people engaged in the process. And that's a lot of what I teach. The referral part of it is what's going to be taught in the challenge coming up next week. So if you have any interest in that, sign up. If you want to find out some of the stuff I do, sign up and join us, because that will start on Monday. All right, thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions. I will monitor for questions, and I will catch you guys again very soon.